Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be customizing the Truffade Thrax in Grand Theft Auto Online. This is one of the fastest supercars in the game. I believe it's the number 5 fastest supercar in the game. So I'm excited, let's get into it. We're going to see what we can do to this thing. Armor all the way up, of course, the brakes as well for sure. Front and rear bumper options on this car. I'm not really a super huge fan of these weird little supports here, so I think I'm actually going to keep the stock front bumper on this thing. For the rear bumper though, I think we will go for the primary diffuser just because it adds a little more detail to the back of the car. Engine all the way up, of course, the exhaust. Let's see what we got here. Oh my god, we can have an 8-piece exhaust, gold big bore. I kind of like the gold accents that they put on this car as exhaust options. I think it's kind of cool. So I think we'll go for the gold big bore exhausts. For the grille, we can do several different things to this thing. Okay, interesting. Low key, I like the stock grille the best though, so we're gonna keep that, I think. We can add the Truffade logo to the front hood. We can go for a secondary hood. We can add carbon vents to this thing. Let's see here. Ooh, I like that. I kind of like it with the little carbon details on it though, like which one is it? The carbon vents. I kind of like that. Let's go for that. Just to break up the color a little bit, I think it's gonna look pretty good. Xenon lights, of course, as well. For the livery, we can of course add one to this thing. This is kind of a cool livery. Black stripe with black vents. I don't know why, but I really like that. I think that looks really sick, but we'll have to see. Yellow accents, we could of course add that as well. Black stripe as well. Pro X, piss washer, globe oil, rimmers, and sprunk. Low-key really like this, but I just don't like the stripe. If they just had the option to make the vents black, I would totally do it, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I kind of don't like it too much, so we'll stay away from that. Yellow on black plate, of course. For the respray on this thing, this is going to be interesting because I don't really know what color I want to go for here. Orange almost looks good. Not sure. Why do I kind of like olive green low-key? That's like kind of nice. You know what? We're gonna go for olive green. I don't think I've ever done a car in olive green before. We could do the secondary as black. I feel like that like kind of looks good almost. I don't know. It's kind of ugly a little bit, but it's also kind of sick. We're gonna go for olive green and black. I never thought that I would do that, but we're going for it. We could add a roll cage to this thing if we want to. I'm not going to because I'm not planning on racing this car, so I don't really see much point. For the side panel, we can change this to several different materials. We can go for carbon. I kind of like the carbon vented side panel. We're gonna go for that. Now for the spoiler on this car, there are several options that we can go for here. A lot of them are really good looking. I kind of like the works spoiler. That's pretty sick. At the same time though, I do really like the aggressive spoiler. So I think we're gonna go for the aggressive spoiler. Transmission, we are gonna go all the way up on that, of course. The trim, we can make it secondary, primary, or carbon, of course. I feel like this car has so many carbon details on it that adding one more wouldn't be the worst thing ever. So let's do that. Turbo as well, let's put that on. For the wheels, I really like the stock Truffade wheels. There is something that you can do as a glitch. I actually have a video about this if you guys are interested in this. We can actually change the color of the stock wheels, which is exactly what I'm going to do here. So what I'm going to go to is the muscle rims and go for the classic 5. These are like the cheapest rims in the game. I'm going to buy those. I'm going to paint them. What color do we want to make these? Let's go black. We'll go black for those. Then what we do is change back to the stock rims. And then let's put bulletproof tires on as well. And we'll also tint the windows all the way out. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it for the customization. Now I'm gonna finish doing the glitch and then we'll come back once the wheels are black. Alright guys, and as you can see, we are back in online and the wheels have successfully changed to black. I am really liking the look of this car. So if you guys want to know how to do the glitch fully, I have a video explaining it. I'll actually link it in the description down below, but I'll also just tell you guys, basically do exactly what I just did. Leave online and then join back into online and it should work for you. Now I have heard that it doesn't work very well on consoles, but it can work occasionally. At the worst, you're about 3,500 bucks for putting the deep 5 wheels on in the muscle category, so it's not like you've lost a lot. So you might as well give it a try. Anyway, let's take this thing down to the ground. We're gonna do a sound test and a review. Alright guys, we're gonna see what this thing sounds like. Sounds pretty good, kind of sounds like any other Truffade car in the game really, so it's nothing too special. Overall, I really like the colors that I picked for this thing, I think that this thing looks pretty awesome. Although I'm just now kind of noticing that it has that stripe in the middle on the roof, which I don't necessarily love, but it's all right. It'll work for me, I guess. I think this thing looks awesome though. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below if you like this customization. I am super happy with this thing. This looks really great in my opinion. So the Truffade Thrax, it's one of the fastest supercars in the entire game if you guys didn't know. It is actually the 5th fastest supercar in the entire game. This thing pretty much hauls around a track, so if you guys want a pretty solid race car, the Truffade Thrax is not the worst option. However, it's not as good as the Krieger or the Emerus. It is still really, really good. I personally like the handling and the acceleration and everything of the Thrax a little bit better than the Emerus, to be honest, but the Emerus is just low-key a better car, or maybe not low-key, but it just is a better car. Overall, the Thrax, for what it is a really, really solid car. I would definitely recommend picking this thing up. I mean, it's a solid car. Looks really nice, performs well, sounds pretty decent as well. Anyway guys, I think that is pretty much it for my customization and review today. If you guys enjoyed this video, a like is of course appreciated. Dislike if you didn't enjoy, of course. Subscribe if you guys are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.